Hello, this is Brian Bracken. In this video, I will show you how to create a page or blog post. First, go to the dashboard, click on the posts icon. Now click on the Add New button. Under the Add New Post, enter the title of the post. So we'll put in here, how to create a blog post or page. That's what we're going to title our post. Now you need to decide on which editor you want to use, either the classic WordPress editor or the Divi Builder editor. If you are new to blogging, you may want to use the Divi Builder. To use the Divi Builder, click Use the Divi Builder button. To simplify the post creation and make stunning posts, click on Load from Library. The Load Layout box will now pop up. On that page, you'll see 32 different templates, from a simple page to a complex page. If you're curious about how a page looks, then just select a template by clicking on the Load button. So we'll click on the Load button here on Homepage Basic. Now the page will load in the Divi Builder editor. To see a preview of that page, what it looks like, go under Publish, which is here on the right-hand side, and click on Preview. A new browser tab will pop up and the preview page will load. Okay, now you can see what that page would look like. Now let's go back to the post. A few things that we need to look at on this page is we need to look at the right-hand column, and we're going to find different things here that we can set. So we have Divi post settings. First is the page layout, where you can choose the type of column you want, either a full page for your post, and using the drop-down menu you can see that there's a right sidebar, a left sidebar, and also a full width. And two, we have here dot navigation. So if we turn on dot navigation to on, that'll give us a dot arrangement that we can navigate on the right-hand side. And just to show you, I'll click on Preview again, and I'll go over to the Preview Edit. Notice here are the three dots. Now, it depends on how long this page is, on how many dots you have. You can actually see as I scroll, you're going mid, and then we'll go to the bottom dot. If I click on the dots themselves, they'll just take you to the midpoint and to the top point. Okay, so let's go back to the new post editor. Now we have hide the nav before scroll. The default is to show nav before you scroll down the page if you select off in the drop-down. But say for instance you want to select it so that the top nav will hide until you scroll down the page, then all you have to do is click on. And what we'll do again is we'll click preview and I'll show you what that does. Okay, notice now we do not have nav bar or the logo at the top, but as I start to scroll, you'll see that the nav bar and also the logo show up. Now let's go back to the edit post page. And now we have post title. We can show the post title, which is actually the default, or we can hide the post title. Now let's click on hide. I'll reselect these to default. Now what we're going to do is click on preview and we can see the change. Now you can see that the title is hidden. To re-enable the title, all we have to do is go in and click show, and I'll show you the preview again. Okay, notice now we have the title for the blog showing up again. All right, let's go back to edit. Now we can see that we have publish as a heading. Save draft. Save draft is important because if you want to save your work and then come back to it later, you can actually do that. Or you can preview, which I've been doing, showing you how to use a preview when I show the different changes that I've made on this page without publishing. The next one is status. We can see that our status is in draft. If I click publish, it'll show that it is in a published status. If I click here to edit, I can actually select what status I want this to be. So I'll just cancel here. Again, if we want the visibility, which is public, we can change that to password protected, private, or we want to have this at the top of the front page. Okay, so we'll just leave it on public. And then also we have publish immediately. Now this can change because we can publish it right away. As soon as we click on publish, it'll show up in the blog immediately. If we want to say delay it a bit, we can actually change our date to whatever we'd like, and then the time that we want that blog post to show up. This might be handy, say for instance, if you're trying to do a promotion of something and you want it to show up at a specific time. Now let's look at categories. We have all categories, most used categories. Right now there is just the uncategorized categories here. I would highly suggest that you change this to something else, but we'll want to add a new category because we want to explain what category we put our page into. So what we're creating here is like a tutorial. So we'll want to call this a tutorial. Now we can also attach this to another category, making it a subcategory if we want to. That would be under this parent category drop-down box. But at this point, we don't want to do that. We just want to add new category. We'll click on new category. Notice now the tutorial is selected with a check mark. Make sure that uncategorized is unchecked. I won't be going over tags. It's basically something that you want to type in there as almost like keywords. Okay, and the next one we have is we have featured image. Now we want to put a featured image because then that gives a really nice look to the post. It gives a little more color if we haven't added pictures in the body text. Let's click on Set Featured Images. Let's go down and click something. Make sure it's something that fits the blog post title that you're working on. So let's click on this one here. It says blog, and we're going to set featured image. You can see the featured image shows up here. Now to show you what that looks like, we're going to click preview. And when the preview loads, we'll take a look at that. And notice here now we have the blog image as a featured image. All right, let's go back to edit blog. Now what I'm going to show you is how to create a page. And the difference between the page and the post are really so minor that you may not notice the differences because you'll be using the same editor, the Visual Builder, or the classic editor for WordPress. All right, so let's go on then to the page. Okay, now we want to go to the dashboard again. If you haven't saved your page, make sure you save your page. Click on the Pages icon. Now, if we want to add a new page, all we have to do is click Add New. You'll notice on this page that it looks very similar to the post page, and that's because it is. So what we want to do first is put in a title. Okay, just for purposes of example, I just put in this is my page. Okay, now again, we'll want to use the Divi Builder. Click on that. Notice the Divi Builder now comes up. Again, if you want to do the same thing as you did with the post, is you click on Load from Library, and then just click on a basic page or any page that you'd like to. Click Load. And you'll notice on the side, the right-hand side, that it's very similar. There are a couple of things that are missing. I won't be going over this information like the Divi page settings and things of that sort because it's exactly the same as what was on using the post. The publish section is exactly the same. The one thing that we do have different here is page attributes. So we may want to change the page attributes. Here we see that we have a parent. Now normally I have no parent, but if you want to have the page as being a subparent, then you just click one of these. To the template, we'd want to keep it as a default template unless you want to use it as a blank page. Same goes for the featured image. Set featured image works exactly the same as with a post. In the next video, I'll show you how to create and use the sections, rows, and modules to create the content using the Divi Builder. Note, when making a page or a post, the Divi Builder works exactly the same. All right, thank you for watching this video, and we'll go on to the next one.